What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawnnyScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawnnyScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawnnyScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. It's Michael Shawn. Yeah.
Make sure you register today to bowl with your favorite all-star DJ in Action Jaxion's Strikeout HIV/AIDS Celebrity Bowling Tournament. You could bowl with one of your favorite DJs like me, Shawnny Scott, the queen of some media of Media Room 360, Action Jaxion, co-producer of the DL Hughley Show, DJ Big Vic, the program director of 97.9 The Beat in Dallas, Texas, Vita Loca, afternoon personality of Magic 94.5 of Dallas, Texas, Trey G of Dallas, Texas is K104 FM, and Mel's on the MIC of Brown Liquor Music and Town Square Media. It's Action Jaxion Strikeout HIV/AIDS Celebrity Bowling Tournament Saturday, May 21st, 6 p.m. at Bolero and Addison. Register today at actionaidsride.com.
Michael Shawn and the TakeOver Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap, tap, tap in.
Good morning, everybody. Can y'all hear me first of all? Because there's some malfunctions and stuff going on. Good morning, Nikki. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But I don't know if y'all can hear me because apparently while I was gone, stuff always happens, and some little people, they haven't, come and fessed up who dropped my microphone. So I got to go buy another microphone today because the cord won't go all the way in. You can hear me, but not crystal clear. Okay, all right, okay, good. At least you can hear me. Since it's just me here by myself today, and then whoever else decides to check in, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see, and y'all let me know if it's a lot of feedback on this. Let's see. Let me check this mic setting and see if this is better. Y'all let me know if this is better. On this end, it looks like it's picking up. It's picking up better. It's louder. But let me know. Hey, Action. How are you this morning? You actually the subject of talking. Okay, much better. Okay, thank you. Well. Okay. I guess I'll start out since it's just me. Telling y'all how my weekend was. So my weekend, of course, we flew into New York on Wednesday for vacation. It sounds like I'm in a tunnel now, Ashley? Or is this better? Nikki says much better. Action says much better. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. But so Wednesday we flew to New York for vacation, and we had a wonderful time. The weather was great, because it's hot here in Texas. It was hot in New York too, but a different kind of heat. We got a little bit of little drizzle because there was supposed to be some rain there, but we never got caught in the rain. Now the messed up part in our hotel, the air conditioner went out. Good morning, Jeanette. The AC went out. And when I tell you that is the worst feeling ever, I was constantly downstairs on the concierge, the people at the front desk, like, okay, we got to do something about this heat. because ain't nobody gonna be able to sleep like this. So we ended up getting, they didn't get the air fixed, like the air was out in the whole hotel. It's the craziest thing. It was cooler outside than what it was inside the damn hotel. Okay, now the lobby was nice and cool. It was nice and cool there. But if you went to your room, you got on that elevator, you did anything else, listen, you was burning up. So I ended up getting, they gave me 10,000 points because I'm with Hilton. I'm a diamond member, so I complained a little, but I'm gonna complain some more today because I want about 50,000 more points since they had us out there hot. But I definitely got a shout out. Good morning, Shawn. I got a shout out to Amir because Amir met us in Brooklyn, hung out with us for a little while. While we were in Brooklyn, we went by the Biggie mural. We did a little shopping. We went down to the I can't think of the name of where the Brooklyn team plays. Barclays Center. Went to the Barclays Center. We went to Spike Lee's 40 Acres and a Mule. And I have to shout out. I don't think she's on here yet, but Claudia was our she was our virtual tour guide. She had an injury, but virtually she told us everywhere to go. And we had an amazing time. I think Thursday night we went up to Harlem and went to Ricardo's and had dinner, and that was a nice little vibe. That was cool. We spent Friday down by the World Trade Center, by the World Trade Memorial. They had little food trucks out there, the little shopping mall, and did a couple of things. Okay, let me resend this to you again, Action, because Action is gonna join us on here today. But how was y'all's weekend? What did y'all do this weekend? I saw Ashley said the show was fire this weekend. What did you like about the show this weekend, Ashley? All right, I just sent Action link again. I just sent it to you again. Good morning, Tam. How are you? How was your weekend? But I'm here. I'm gonna hang out with y'all, and while we're waiting on yep, I'm all by myself. I'm Celine Dion this morning, all by myself. But I'm gonna hang out for a while until it's time for me to take the kids to school. We have some major announcements this week coming up that you guys are really gonna be excited about. So we're doing some, making some upgrades, remodeling a little bit here at Media Room 360, doing some new things with the show. And you guys will be the first to know. So Shawn said his future CEO football team won 38-7. That's cool. Are they doing flag football or y'all playing, regular football? What are they doing, 7-on-7 right now, Shawn? Or what? Everybody, okay, so Mike's on vacation. Jay had some other obligations this morning, and Mo is still just keep her in her front. She had a couple of deaths in the family, so that's what she's having to deal with. So I'm here. I am here. Good morning, Lady Q. How are you? Okay, tackle football. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see all of your videos that you post on Instagram of him. He is really doing a good job, and you're definitely a proud dad. Yeah, no more best wait a minute. Now I'm getting text messages. My bad, y'all. No more best of. Yeah, we missed y'all too. And we're working on some things so we can come back and give you guys the shows that you guys are really looking for, and to have you guys a little bit more involved with it as well. I'm just trying to go through that. This is crazy. I'm going through the comments and trying to talk to y'all at the same time. Oh yes, so Sequisa, you were at the Black Nurse Society Gala this week. Do you want to come on and tell us how it was? I'll put the link here, and then in Action, if you still having a hard time getting it, then maybe you can get it from here. Just click the link if you want to pop in. It's fine. We'll do a little trivia, and we got to talk about Action's event coming up, because we really okay, let me get serious for a minute. We need you guys' help with that. As we said and we talked about before, Action is riding 545 miles from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and he does this every year because he wants to bring awareness to HIV and AIDS, help come up with different, he's not the one that's there coming up with different medicine and cures, but the money that is raised from this ride goes to that type of research to help that community, the community of HIV and AIDS. Now, the thing about it is Action has done this particular ride, the AIDS LifeCycle, for, I think this is year 5 for him, but he's been riding for 20 years. And when I say riding a bike, I am not talking about, I'm not talking about a motorcycle. We're talking about a bicycle. He actually trains all year for this bike ride that is a beast that he has asked me to do like 3 years in a row. And listen, I ain't up to get on this bike. The 545 miles is not what bothers me. That's not the part that bothers me. Is that it's in San Francisco, it's in California, and I live in Texas where it is flat. In San Francisco, these hills ain't no joke. And I can't see myself on this little bitty bike with these little bitty wheels trying to get up a hill and then speeding down the hill. Shawty done already fell off the bike in Plano with Action's wife, okay, in the middle of the street. So I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, we have been talking about doing that ride for years. And like I say, because every year Action say, this is my last year doing this, my last year doing this, my last year doing it. But I'll let him make the announcement on there. Okay, there's the link again, if you can click on it from there. But I'm sending it to I have your AOL email. I got your AOL. Yeah, AOL.com is where I send it, to that email. Unless you got a new email. I don't know. But that's the one that I always send it to and you get stuff. But you guys, if you go to actionsaidsride.com, there you can make a donation. I mean, y'all probably don't want to ride. But if you do want to ride, then you can definitely be on his team for next year, because he's still, he's going to have teams going. I'm trying to find the link. I'm going to put the link up here for you guys. But you can definitely go to, and we need your support. I'm just saying like that. We need your support. The goal is to raise $10,000 because he has a couple other people on his team. Each rider in this event has to raise $3,000 just to ride. That's their contribution and then their time on the bike. So if you guys go to actionsaidsride.com, I'm gonna put it up here. You can make a donation there. On the 21st, we're having a big celebrity bowling tournament, and here in Dallas, in Addison at Bolero. If you want to buy in and participate, you're more than welcome to do that at actionsaidsride.com. You can go there and you can register to be in a lane. If you're here in the DFW area, or you can get here, then yeah, come out with us. If you don't want to bowl, then you can just come hang out, because DJ Slow Your Roll be in the mix. We'll have food. We're gonna play bingo. We got some other things going on. And yes, May 21st. And here's Action right now. What's up, Action? Good morning.
Man, it's been a crazy morning. Can I just say that? Let me turn this way so that way it look better. Hang on. It's been a crazy morning for me here. It has been.
Listen, it's been a crazy morning. It's bad when you come in your studio and turn everything on and then you find out stuff don't work.
Yeah, let me kind of set this thing up so y'all can see me in here.
Oh, and you at work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the studio actually.
Yeah. So today, whose show are you producing, or can we talk about that?
Morning, Tam. I'm doing the Ricky Smiley morning show this morning.
Oh, okay. So today is Ricky. You still got to do DL Hughley too?
Yeah, I got to come back and do DL this afternoon, and then that'll be it. Then in between time, training. Got to get some golf in. It's a busy day. It's a busy day.
Okay. I'll definitely get you to fly out. Real quick, I'm gonna run. Before I play the video on your ride action, I was telling the audience that May 21st we're having your big celebrity bowling event here in Dallas, and that you're doing it to raise funds for AIDS LifeCycle. This is like the first shirt I got. Ride, love, live, ride.
Yeah.
What year was this? I don't know.
That was 2000. I think that was 2019's jersey. Because we didn't ride. We didn't ride last year because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we didn't do it last year, but I think that was Ride, Love, Live was 2019's t-shirt.
Whose band is that? What? Whose brand is that? Oh, that's Kevin Kirksey. I was like, what?
Right here?
What brand is that? So KevinKirksey.com, you can go there, and that's his logo. The lion. Yeah, people do like that lion. When I wear his stuff, I get stopped by all kind of people. Like I do.
Yeah, people look at me like who did that, and I'm like, yeah, it's Kevin Kirksey.
We got to have him on here because he has some things going on. Kevin, real quick, let me tell y'all about Kevin Kirksey. Kevin Kirksey is a designer, and he's also designed this shirt called the Yamp that is in direct competition with Polo. You know how we as Black people, y'all know how I am. I'm on it about supporting Black businesses and the things that we do. So he created a shirt that is, I don't want to say similar, but it's in direct competition with the Polo, the collared shirt. That's really nice. So you guys should check him out too. It's KevinKirksey.com. But back to action. So the ride is in June, right?
It's the first week of June. The ride is June 5th through the 11th. We're actually this is what's this week the date? I'm looking at the dates.
This is the 15th.
I think this is our last. Yeah, this is our last week with the bike. So next week, I actually have to ship the bikes to have them broken down and shipped to California. So this week right here, this weekend right here will be my last weekend to ride and train on my own bike because it has to get broken down and then it gets sent to California. And it'll be just in the gym and on the Peloton at this point.
Yeah, and what you guys, and this is a bicycle. Yeah, it's like that serious. His bike has to be shipped to San Francisco, and it'll be there waiting for him when he gets there to do this 545-mile ride.
Hold on just a second. Let me get into this.
Okay, well, while you got us on hold, I am because he working. He running the Ricky Smiley morning show this morning. But here's a little bit more information about the bike ride. Hey, what's up? It's Shawnee Scott, and I want you guys, I am challenging you actually to come out and join me Saturday, May 21st at Valero in Addison, Texas for Action Jaxion Celebrity Bowling Tournament with your favorite radio all-stars. Now, what this bowling tournament is for is to raise funds for HIV and AIDS. Action has been doing this ride for 20 years, and we want to help him raise the funds to help people that are suffering with AIDS and HIV. And you can be a part of that by registering today at actionsaidsride.com. That's Saturday, May 21st. 6 p.m. Everything kicks off at Valero in Addison, Texas. This is a beautiful bowling facility, and we have our own private lane, so you definitely want to be in the house. Now, this exciting event has been organized to help Action raise funds for critical HIV/AIDS services. Each year, more than 2,800 people from across the nation and the world come together. Over the course of a week, they make an epic 545-mile journey down the coast of California from San Francisco to Los Angeles. Action has been riding for over 20 years, since 1999, starting with his first ride in Washington, D.C. He has also participated and helped raise funds for the New York AIDS Ride, the Dallas AIDS Ride, and this current ride from San Francisco to Los Angeles with AIDS LifeCycle.
It's the way the world should be. You can feel the love, the commitment, the passion. Just everybody has this sense of family, sense of community.
The support on the ride is second to none. It's just one of those life-changing events.
Join us for this evening filled with bowling, food, and fun, Saturday, May 21st at Valero in Addison, Texas. DJ Slow Your Roll will be in the mix, and there will be plenty of food, game, and action. Make sure you register today to bowl with your favorite all-star DJ in Action Jaxion's Strikeout HIV/AIDS Celebrity Bowling Tournament. You could bowl with one of your favorite DJs like me, Shawnee Scott, the queen of some media of Media Room 360. Action Jaxion, producer of the D.L. Hughley Show. DJ Big Vic, the program director of 97.9 The Beat in Dallas, Texas. Vita Loca, afternoon personality of Magic 94.5 of Dallas, Texas. Trey G of Dallas, Texas is K104 FM. And Mel's on the MIC of Brown Liquor Music and Town Square Media. It's Action Jaxion's Strikeout HIV/AIDS Celebrity Bowl Tournament, Saturday, May 21st, 6 p.m. at Valero in Addison. Register today at actionaidsride.com. Yep, so there it is. Action Jaxion's Celebrity All-Star Celebrity Bowling Tournament. You got a good little lineup there, Action. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, now we can hear you.
I was saying I got a lot of friends, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's talk about you know what? I am gonna kill these kids. This show about to get real right now. Because I knew it was something, because they lied to me, time we ain't did nothing. All my little trivia boxes are sticky, like something is on them. These heifers done got something on my iPad. I just picked the box up. They have wasted something. Y'all might see some kids, they ass beat on TV this morning, like for real. Because
we don't want any evidence on tape, okay? No evidence.
These kids that listen, they about to get it. I'm trying to do a show, and but Black Mama about to show up, like for real. She about to show up, and I don't think y'all have seen that side of me. But anyway, Ashley says, Lord knows I was supposed to been moved, me and my boys down South Texas, and ATL has so many opportunities for Black folks. So much success in your face, you can't help but be motivated. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Hey, Trendsetter, how you doing today?
What's up? Hey, Trendsetter called me yesterday on the radio when I was on the radio.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Action's back on the radio, y'all. I didn't even mention that. Yeah, Action's actually got a lot going on. Action is a superstar right now. So, yeah, Magic 94.5 in Dallas, Texas. You guys can stream it, right?
Yeah, you can stream it. Listen up. I'm on Sundays from 3 to 7, and Saturdays from 7. Not Saturdays. Friday nights from 7 until 11 with DJ Mo Dave in the mix and the Friday Night Vibe.
All right. Well, back to this AIDS ride. So, yeah. Action, share with everybody what motivates you to start doing this, because 20 years riding a bike for one cause is a long time, and it definitely shows your dedication to this cause. So what even got you started? What made you say, you know what, I want to ride a bike and raise money for the HIV/AIDS community?
All right, you know what? I always anticipate this question, but because it's you, I'm gonna tell you the true Hollywood story on how I got involved in the AIDS rides and doing what I do. Because it's not because people always think like it's some higher cause or some higher power or something that got me involved, some pivotal moment. And the actual truth of the matter is, I had a friend, and RIP to my good friend Chichi. He and I both lived downtown Washington D.C. years ago, and that's where I did my first AIDS ride. So he and I were already cyclists. He was like a bike courier. So he got me into cycling because that's what he used to do all day, every day, was just ride his bike. So he got me into cycling, and we used to just go on bike rides, just period. So anyway, one time we're coming out of the club, I don't know what it was, or going to a club. We was just drunk or high, and
Or high.
yeah, one or the other. It could have been one or the other. It could have been both. But we was thrown. And so, but they were advertising the first AIDS ride in Washington, D.C., because that's where it kind of like started, Washington, D.C., with the AIDS ride. So they were advertising their AIDS ride, and we saw this ride, and we were like, man, that'd be crazy if we can get on it. So I was in radio. I worked for KYS in D.C., and I was like talking to my friend Chichi, and I was like, well, dude, if I can get us on the ride for free, you want to do it? And he was like, yeah. Because every ride you have to pay, or not pay, you have to do fundraising. You have to do the fundraising. And I think the DC AIDS ride was like $2,500 that you had to raise for charity. And so anyway, so nobody in the media was covering the ride, let alone riding and participating in the ride and covering it like that. So I found that out. I applied for like a media pass to get on the ride. He was my producer. And so we got on that first ride. But again, in preparing for the ride, you know, you do your research in the media world. So in preparing for the ride, I just found out all the statistics about how many African Americans were affected by the disease, how we lead in new cases, and just all this information started coming out. And the more information that I start finding out, and the more I start training for the ride, I just kind of got hooked after that point, and like, yo, this is my calling. This is really a cause that I can fight for. I enjoyed the training. I enjoyed the ride. And me and Chichi did that first ride. I mean, we knocked it out, and it was just a blast, man. And I've just been doing it ever since. And that's just basically how really it got started. And I just enjoy the ride. I mean, it's like How
long was the first ride? How long was the
I'm
DC
sorry, what's
ride?
that?
How long was the DC ride? How many miles?
The DC ride was like, I think it's like 330 or 340 miles. It's like back from, it's a 4-day bike ride. Okay. It comes back from, I think it's North Carolina or South Carolina back to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So like it's a 4-day bike ride, and I did that one like I think 3 or 4 times. End up doing that one like 3 or 4 times, and it's a nice ride. But they ended it. They stopped doing that one, unfortunately.
Why? Why they stop doing it?
the title sponsor dropped out. It used to be sponsored by Tanqueray, the Tanqueray, the gin.
Why they? Maybe you don't know, but why? Do you know
Yeah,
why
I have no idea why they dropped out, but the major sponsor kind of dropped out, and then once that happened, it's kind of like the ride kind of went by the wayside.
Now, what happened to Chi-Chi? Because you mentioned you RIP, so he's going on. So what happened with Chi-Chi?
Well, Chi-Chi went on to do like a couple more rides with me on the DCA's ride, but then and he actually did Boston, New York with me as well too. Boston, New York was a dope ride, and it was probably one of the hardest age rides I've ever done, but even harder than the 7-day the California ride. The Boston, New York ride is very hard. But
what's so hard about it? Because I was harder than riding heels in San Francisco and Los Angeles.
Riding heels from Boston into New York. Because this heels are going into Boston and into New York. And then what makes the Boston, New York ride made it tough, because they ended that ride too. But what made the Boston, New York ride tough was that it's only a 3-day bike ride, and it's like 275 miles or something like that. And you do like two centuries back to back. You do 200-mile days back to back. And it's mostly hills. So, but what really makes the ride dope is that at the end of the ride, you ride all 5 boroughs. In New York. Like, to end the ride, you ride through all 5 boroughs of New York. So you get to see all of New York, really. And it's a really dope ride. But back to Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, a few years ago, he was a yoga instructor. Mm-hmm. And he was coming out of his yoga studio and he collapsed. He died of a heart attack right then and there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So he's been gone for a few years, but tomorrow I'll be on. Am I on with you tomorrow too? Are we going to do this thing all week?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, so I'll bring. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow too. So I'll send you a picture. I got a picture. It's the only picture I have of me and Chi-Chi on a bike riding. And I'll bring in the picture tomorrow, me and Chi-Chi on the bike ride. And I love posting that picture on like throwbacks and stuff like that, because it was the only picture I have of me and him on a bike, and we were zooming. We were gone and riding the California ride. It was our first ride together, and we were eating it up. We were eating that ride up.
So yeah, so this whole week, we'll be focusing on Action's AIDS ride. If you guys want to make donations, we need your donation. We need it.
Yeah,
we need you to. Well, how about this? Why don't y'all donate $20? Because at least $20. You do $200. You can donate however much you want, because this is Action's 20th year. This is his 20th year riding. How can you become a rider in this event? Well, trendsetter, you just have to go to AIDSLifeCycle.com and register, but you can't register for this year's because, like, I think you might have missed it. You might not have been on.
Yeah, they cut it off. They cut off the registration for out-of-state people early, because they want the majority of the riders to come from California, because they want to support, because the ride is in California, and then they want to support the California AIDS foundations in San Francisco and in Los Angeles. So they usually, if you want to ride in the ride, you have to sign up. You have to sign up really early if you're out of state, so you can get your spot, because it fills up really quickly. And again, it's like 3,000 plus riders that will be participating in this ride. So it's a lot of riders that want to get on this ride, because it's probably the best. If you cycle, it is probably one of the best rides and the best supported ride that you will ever be on. And what I mean by that is, like, when you ride, you want to be supported in a way where you don't have to worry about anything except for riding. And especially like if you ride like that ride because it's not trail riding. See, when people think we riding in this ride like we're taking a trail or something like that, it's not trail riding. We're riding down Route 1 in California. You have cars zipping by you. You have semi trucks zipping by you, and you're riding on the medium. So it's like you're riding. You're riding down the highway. So you want to feel safe, and you do feel safe because you have an army of people there. You have crossing guards. You have people. If your bike breaks down, you have people that pick you up. You have bike mechanics there. If something's wrong with your bike, hold on a second.
Okay, he's working while doing the show. Now earlier, I had to. Are we still on hold with you? Or are you back?
No, I'm back. Luckily it wasn't time to hit it yet. I was getting ready to hit it, and I was like, oh, it's not yet. But I'll be getting ready to go to commercial on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, okay. So, well, while you go to commercial, I'm gonna show this video that Jay sent me. Now imagine a little boy coming to your door, beating on your door, calling your daughter out because he mad at her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What would your reaction be?
Let me see the video. I'll tell you.
Okay, well I'm gonna play this video. Let me get the video up. I wasn't ready. That's why I was talking action.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. Let me see the video. All right.
Coming to
let's see. Get started over. Let's see.
My door with a whip trying to attack my daughter. Take a look at this. Also, please like, share, and comment.
Boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
So as the video progresses, my husband goes over to speak to his father. Take a look at this.
Come on, Nick.
Not really.
He has a gun behind his back.
Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get out of my plan.
Hey guys, so check out this video of this little boy coming to my house, beating on my door with a whip, trying to attack my daughter. Take a look at.
Now, what would you do?
Me as a father, and some boy is gonna come over to my house with a whip trying to beat my daughter, and then I get him away from the door, and then his father's gonna come back and want some beef. I would say, quite honestly, it would have been 2 ass whoopings taking place that day.
You would have snatched the daddy out the house.
Oh man! And he going, well, because the dad came to their house on their porch.
No, the little boy went to their house on their porch.
No, but I'm saying, but the dad came back.
No, the black dad went over to their house. He was at their house trying to talk to the dad, the little white boy daddy, to get him to come out. No, well, just get him to see the video of his son and what his son was doing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, even if he wouldn't have came over, he got snatched out. Because he seemed like he was rude and didn't want to do that. And then, as little as that boy was, you could tell that's learned behavior.
Absolutely.
Like kids don't know stuff like that. Like, why would this kid see a whip? Now, he's either seen some sexual stuff or some racial stuff. I'm going with the racial stuff.
Yeah, because I don't think he was trying to call the little girl out to get his freak on with her.
Yeah. He's seen that whip used before. Again, it's either sexually or racially.
Because he don't know what to do with a whip.
No, you don't know what to do with a whip.
Not at that age.
Not at that age. So I'm going with the racial side of that.
Yeah, I don't know what I would have done. I know my first mind, I was like, I would have opened that door and pulled that little boy in my house and locked the door and kept him there. I tied his little ass up, and they would just be looking for him. Like, have you seen us?
Nah, he would have been scared. I wouldn't have snatched him in the house, but I definitely would have opened up the door and would have been like, his father. I would have said something where it would have brought his father back into my presence. Like huh?
Something like what?
Good
morning, John.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have been like, I'm about to kill you. Or I would have ran outside with a gun. Something that would have triggered him to run home and say, like, Daddy, Action just pulled a gun out on me. Where it would have triggered his father to come back over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't pull a gun out on my son. And then when I would have had interaction with the dad, then it would have been on. And I would have been like, okay, your son came up to my house with a whip. Now I'm gonna whip your ass.
When I saw that video, I was like, the hell? I wish a little boy would, or a little girl for that matter. I would get in trouble too, because I would do something real evil if somebody did something like that to that extreme. You coming to my house beating on it with a whip, I'm opening, I'm snatching your ass up, and you gonna come in here and your family gonna look for you, and they gonna be worried, they gonna be concerned. I know y'all probably like, damn, Shawn, but you don't come do no shit like that. You don't come with a whip on somebody's house. Let me show you what being a really is, little boy.
I mean, honestly, in that scenario, being African American, you might as well should have came over with a noose, holding that joint up like that, bringing a whip over. It's to me, it's equivalent. You should have just came over with a noose and start hanging that joint out and being like, come on, nigga, come on out.
And then what got me was the way the little boy was handling the whip. It's like, wait a minute, what is going on here?
I'm telling you.
This ain't livestock or nothing. I'm going to put it back up here for some of y'all that just checked in so you guys can see it. Let me
trust me, his parents was not watching an episode of Roots.
Let's see. Let me turn it up so y'all can hear it.
Look at this. Also, please like, share, and comment.
I hate these because you can't rewind them back. You got to wait to hold.
You better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever be on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
But you know what? I wonder when after she said that, apparently the little boy, he had to go home and tell his parents that, she cussed me out and told me that, but they never, the parents never came. And usually when parents are like that, like the dad is there saying, get off my property, get off my property. He's not even trying to have a conversation with the other father and come up with a resolve for what his kid did. Okay, there it is. Let's see.
Yeah.
Boy coming to my house, beating on my door with a whip, trying to attack my daughter. Take a look at this. Also, please like, share, and comment.
I want to know what this little boy thought was going to happen when they opened the door. Did he think in his little boy mind that they gonna open his door and listen to you, this little boy?
And not only open up the door, I'm gonna open up my door and offer up my daughter to you in the whip.
What is going on in his house? He done heard all of that. The daddy and the mama, them niggas this, them niggas that. And this how you handle it. That's what that little boy is getting. That's why he acting like that.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's learned behavior. He's too young to know any of that. It is learned behavior. It's something he has seen. It's something his parents have said. It's something his parents have done. Something his parents have watched that has triggered this behavior in him.
I don't know. That was a lot. I thought when I saw the message pop up from Jay, I was thinking that was because Jay called me in a I wouldn't say in a panic, but with a lot of concern on the weekend because of the shooting in Buffalo, New York. He was like, Mom was like, is Shawty still in town? And I was like, well, we in the city. We went nowhere near Buffalo. But Jay told me that a little young white boy or man went into a grocery store and just started shooting black people.
Yeah, it was racially motivated, and the funny thing about that is if you're on social media, did you see Trevor Noah's post?
No, I didn't, because my phone, that's a whole nother story. You know, my phone crashed.
Yeah.
I ain't had no phone. But okay, so what did Trevor Noah say?
Okay, so Trevor Noah had an excellent post on that whole situation. If you are on Instagram, get on with Trevor Noah and see that post he did. He did a post where he has Tucker Carlson from Fox. You know Tucker Carlson?
I don't know Tucker Carlson.
You don't know Tucker Carlson? Tucker Carlson is the guy on Fox. He is like the Bill O'Reilly times 10. He's like the Rush Limbaugh times 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But he's on Fox News. Or not, I don't want to call it news, Fox Opinion Show. So Tucker Carlson is spewing all this vitriol about immigrants and all this other stuff and about what's going on in America, right? Mm-hmm. But what Trevor Noah did was he posted the shooter's manifesto and everything that Tucker Carlson is saying, the key words that he's using in his vitriol on TV. He's posted the killer's manifesto, and he's pulling out the same words that Tucker Carlson is using on TV that the killer is using in his manifesto. Again, a la the little kid and the parent. What I'm saying is everything that the killer said in his manifesto is the same thing that they're saying on Fox News.
Oh, I can't find it. Like I'm on Trevor's.
Yeah, he posted it the other day. And look through his post, and it's with Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson is saying stuff, and you can see it in everything that Tucker Carlson is saying. He highlights it. He's got a copy of the manifesto, and he's highlighting all the words that Tucker Carlson is saying in his spewing of hatred of immigrants and what's going on in America. And those words, the same words he's using, are in the manifesto. I wish I could tell you exactly where it's at, but it was on point. It was so on point. I'm like, this is the stuff that they're causing right now. This is what's going to happen in America right now, where all these crazy people are going to hear these words and they're going to keep hearing what they're saying, and you're going to have more shootings like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they took it down. I don't see it.
If I see it, I'm gonna send it to you. I'll look for it again. I'll look for it because it was on my timeline yesterday, and yeah. I'm telling you right now, it was like the dopest post I've seen in a minute, where it connected the dots to a T.
Yeah, the last thing I see is his grandma. His grandma passed in Africa 3 days ago. I don't know if you ever saw a video of he and his grandma.
Yeah, it's a clip. It's a clip where I wish I can get online. I can't get online right now and talk to you, but it's like I'm gonna look through. I'm gonna look through it and I'll send it for you, and maybe we'll have it tomorrow.
Oh, so Jeanette, the dude was at the store, the grocery store before, because the only part of the story I got was from Jay Black. Because J Black, was just trying to make sure we was straight and, nowhere, hadn't ventured off anywhere because we did a lot of moving around while we were there. But I mean, what do you know? Because I don't know. Do you know what was the dude's motivation? You think? Are you saying
It was racist? It was racial. No, it was racial. The motivation was strictly racial. It was about immigrants. It was about the people of color taking over America. It was about he wanted to go in there and racially. He drove like 3 hours to get there.
Oh wow. Kamari is with us too. I'm gonna bring Kamari up. He's joining us this morning. Good morning, Kamari.
What's up, Kamari?
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good.
Hey, you. We're talking about the shooting in Buffalo that happened over the weekend. Action's breaking down the motive behind it, which is racism. So he drove
it was racist.
From where?
He drove 3 hours from New York. He went to a different part of New York, and this is how you know he didn't want that smoke where he was from. He went to a urban place where he knows they ain't rah-rah like that. Because if he would really wanted to be racial and shoot up some black people, he could have went to a hood where he was at. But he know probably in the hood where he was at, them people carry guns.
Did y'all see he spared the white guy's life and said sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen any of it.
Yeah, the Baller Alert posted it. They took it down. I actually just shared it in my story. But racially motivated. And it's 2022, and it's like, wow, this is the type of stuff we're dealing with. But people are crazy. There was another mass shooting in a church also yesterday in California. I think there was an Asian man. But I think...
Who did he go shoot? What?
He shot up a church. It was like 4 or 5 people.
A church of black people or just...
No, I don't think it was black people. But my point is, there's a lot of racially motivated things, but I'm saying there's also a lot of crazy things on top of everything as well. So I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, that can of worms has been open. You know what I mean? From the last administration, the racial tension that has been felt in this country that was underneath the carpet is on full blast right now.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. Yeah,
I don't know, right? And we've always had this. We get these mass shootings against black people like every couple of years. I was trying to figure out when was it Dylan Ruth in South Carolina where he shot up a church?
Yeah,
I think it happened under Obama's administration. I'm not sure. I'll fact check shortly, but
that was
crazy.
That was under the Obama administration because that's when Obama sang at the funeral. But my point is, when the last administration was in office, throughout America, there's no denying it's always been this racial undertone. But the last administration ripped the Band-Aid off to a point where people don't care no more. It's like, fuck it, it's out.
I agree. And I call that the Orange Monkey administration.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to protect him. I was just trying to make the point that these folks have been crazy for centuries.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I was trying to say.
No, I totally agree. The racism in America has been here since day one. We all know that. But it was such an undertone. You had to go to certain circles to even hear it or see it. Now I think we're in a point in America where it's like, fuck it, we racist, and people like, let's just let it out.
Yeah.
So what should folks be doing? What do y'all think folks should be doing?
They gotta live. You gotta live your life. You can't. Can't stay in the house. You don't know. If I was in the grocery store, I honestly don't know what I would have done. I carry a gun, but would I have thought to pull it out and
Yeah, I would have thought quickly to pull it out, and I would have thought quickly to use it. Like I said,
Well, the security guard, the ex-Buffalo cop, did use it. The guy had on body armor. So, and he hit the guy. But again, the body armor was thick. It didn't pierce. It didn't stop him. And the Buffalo police, the ex-police officer, ultimately lost his life trying to defend it. So,
well, that's why you use this thing called critical duty. It's the same ammunition that the FBI uses, and it pierces body armor. It's called critical duty.
That's the info I need. That's the info I need right there.
Yeah.
Shani, how often do you train with your gun?
Oh, I haven't been in, we haven't been to the gun range. Ooh, you know what? It's probably been since 2020. We haven't been.
So, I mean, I want to say this. I'm afraid to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think we definitely should arm up. I'm a big believer in self-defense. Again, self-defense. But we gotta train with those things, and we gotta understand situational awareness, and like Tack just said, like we gotta get the right ammo too. We need all that, and that's part of the training. That's part of the training, man. I mean, I've seen people getting these guns, and a lot of times they don't train with them, and sadly they have casualties from self-inflicted wounds. But they're not doing the proper training. So,
and that's the thing with me with mine. I got a 9, because the girls know how to shoot it too.
Nice.
But I'm like, and I was talking to the girls about this one day. We were in the car. I'm like, well, somebody got out after us, because at first I wasn't carrying it in my purse. I was carrying it in the case, and the clip was out, and and. So, a couple people told me, well, Slow has explained to me, he's like, you ought to have one in the chamber all the time. And I'm like, nah, I don't want one in the chamber because it'd be in my purse. And if I, throw my purse down, I don't want it to go off. So when I think about it, it's like, dang, it's a lot of steps I would have to take. By the time I, get the clip, well, the clip is in, but pull it back.
That's 2 seconds. Are you talking about 2 seconds?
Nah, I got to practice action because it take me a minute to do it now. Baby girl, the baby, she can just freeze, motherfucker. That's her. But me, I be like, okay.
I got a good friend of mine who's ex-law enforcement and does a lot of executive protection in a Hollywood circle. And he always says to me, the speed of violence is so fast that you really can't comprehend it a lot of times. And so it's best to train. So you have that muscle reflex already ready to go, that muscle memory already ready to go. So you give yourself more of a fighting chance.
Okay.
Yeah, because the worst thing you want to do is panic in a panic situation, because then you start doing the wrong thing at the wrong time, and you think you're doing one thing because you're seeing it, but your mind and your body are reacting in a totally different way. So spending 8 years in the Army, that's the first thing that they teach you is you never want to panic in a panic situation. So it's like you want to calm yourself down and just take it all in. Because even if somebody's shooting at you, even if he's shooting at you, like that guy coming in the grocery store the other day, the white guy coming in the grocery store, his adrenaline and the way he's going, he's not thinking correctly. So if you're not panicking, you can take him out easy because he's seeing you and he's just doing what he's doing. He's not thinking correctly. The excitement is getting him. He's not really aiming. He's not really trying to get you. He's just shooting. The adrenaline is pumping. If you calm down and take the time, somebody could have popped him right in the head, or anywhere. But again, you just want to train though. Like Kamari said, you want to train. You want to relax. You want to be familiarized with your weapon, and definitely be in a state where it's legal to carry.
Yeah, They were saying in the comments that there was a shooting outside the Bucks game last night.
It was. I think that was Saturday night, I think. Yeah. So that was what I was thinking. I couldn't articulate it right, but the Bucks shooting, California, Buffalo, all in like a 3-day span. It's crazy. And well, folks after the game, I think they won the game. Don't give me the line. But people after these games sometimes will throw their guns up in the air. But also, I don't know if a fight ensued as well. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I know they won. The Celtics won last night. Mavericks won last night. So what? The Celtics playing Miami? Yeah, the Celtics are playing Miami now, and then Dallas is going to play Golden State.
Yeah.
Damn, you can't go to the game. You can't go no. But see that, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you ain't gonna just sit in your house. I know I'm not. I'm going out. I want to do stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not disagreeing with that. But I think what you have to look and see what's going to happen next, especially as we were talking about the previous administration, all the lackeys that still follow them are probably going to get back in office. And their laws are about to change. They're going to be more rigid. This happens every time when you get on to a tipping point or to a major like issue that's going on. Remember when crack cocaine was really hot and popping, it changed everything. And that's part of the reason why they were able to sneak in a lot of those laws. And so I think something very similar is going to happen now. We go and look and we see what's going on in Atlanta with the whole YSL crew and Young Thug and them, and all gun violence across the country. I think you're going to see a lot of new legislative pushes going through.
And then we have to be recognizing the times too. Like it's the country's possibly could be going into a recession. The way the supply chain is going, we're running out of food. And now I'm sure everybody's heard the story about the baby formula. I mean, people are going to start wilding out.
Baby formula. What happened with the baby formula?
There's been a shortage of baby formula.
Yeah, they run out of baby formula. They don't have no more Similac. It's going to a presidential level where the president of the United States is going to talk to these companies this week and find out what is going on that they're not producing enough baby formula.
Well, nobody wants to go to work, right? Is that part of the problem?
Well, it's not nobody wants to go to work. People learn through the pandemic that people learn through the pandemic that what your worth is. Like I don't have to be working this $7.25 an hour job, and I could be making $15-$20 an hour. And they most of the people went Jay-Z on everybody. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, but they were only able to do that because we got all the stimulus. Once stimulus dries up, I think a lot of that's going to go back. I would say they have a false sense of what their worth is a lot of times. And I know some people get mad at me because I say that, and that's no diss. But if you don't have any skills, any real in-demand skills, it's going to be hard to make money going forward. We just hit a specific bubble where the government was funding so much stuff, whether it be student loan moratoriums, rent mortgage moratoriums, stimulus money that was going out, these extra tax credits that they pushed out to make sure that there was money in the economy so we didn't go into a straight depression. That now that's all coming to an end. And we still have supply chain issues, right? Going back to the baby formula, right? The manufacturers can't get a lot of this stuff out. Some because workers won't go. Some of it because they can't get materials from the manufacturer. So, you know, we are definitely facing trying times.
But the baby formula, I mean, like, how do we run out of baby formula?
Somebody got to make it. And as Ashley said, they ain't want to pop them titties out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what my wife was like. Well, they don't do that no more.
I mean, to be sensitive to the situation, they still do it. All women can't do it. But a lot of them ain't doing it. A lot of them ain't doing it.
I mean, but the money, like they sending all this money to the Ukraine, so and we got people over here that we need to help. I'm just saying, it's a war right here. We got all
They've been getting help. All this stimulus, all this fraud. Listen, I get why they're sending money to the Ukraine, right? So if you don't send money to the Ukraine, I'll break it down to you.
Okay.
If you don't send money to the Ukraine, then you get this crazy guy like Putin who runs unchecked. And this whole thing was really unnecessary. And this has been going on since Obama was in office and the whole invasion of Crimea. But they had their own election. They got rid of the Russian government. And they wanted to run autonomously, and they didn't want to have as much quote unquote Russia and influence. And Putin basically said all that in his speech. And so, but when you go back to the food shortages, right? Mm-hmm. Russia and Ukraine produce about a third of the world's wheat and corn. So yes, we're going to have a lot of major food shortages, or at least food price spikes, even worse than what they already are, coming really, really quick because they weren't able to plant their crop, and so they won't have a harvest. So it's going to be really interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, I think I was talking to my wife and I told her now would be a great time if you had some millions to your name to start off manufacturing again, because the supply chain is what's happening when we shipped all the jobs overseas and we don't have a supply chain no more. That's the problem, because China shut down. All the supply chain is messed up because we shipped all that stuff over to Asia, and now we can't get it back. So now if you were a multimillionaire and you started your own manufacturing company where you made these goods again, like all the goods that we shipped over for cheap labor to Asia, you would come off winning in the next few years, because again, you'd be filling that void that can't get filled, because China's not going to get this supply chain thing fixed out for a few years because their economy is still shut down. And by the time it comes back online and everything starts rolling, you're talking a couple of years at least.
And China keeps having these rolling lockouts. Basically, they're trying to have this zero COVID policy.
Yeah.
Where if they get any spike of COVID, they're shutting everything down and they're sending everybody home. And as you just said, we have so many jobs and so many manufacturers in China.
Yeah,
it's got everybody locked up. I mean, look at the cars, right? They can't get the chips for the cars. So that's part of the reason why the prices are so cracked up.
I mean, you go to Walmart now. You can go to any Walmart right now, and the shelves are empty practically on every Walmart because most of those products are shipped from China.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I didn't realize it.
So there's so many things that's influencing it. So, you got Russia, Ukraine, you got China, you got COVID, you got Mexico. Like even in Mexico, there's a lot of jobs that went to Mexico.
Yeah.
This whole border issue thing.
Yeah.
They've been kind of playing around with not sending stuff to the United States from Mexico. That's an issue too.
Yep. Again, if you're a multimillionaire and you want to start manufacturing up again, now will be an excellent time.
Well, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna start doing. My grandmama and my mom used to plant foods, lima beans, green beans.
Yeah,
it's time for us to go back to growing, having our small gardens, because it's going to be really, really crazy if we have super duper food shortages.
Yeah, it's gonna be tight.
I think the formula situation is like the canary in the mine to let us know, y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up, or things are going to be really wild and you won't be able to survive.
Well, that's like Brother Ben X, this young man that I follow on Instagram. I met him.
Yeah, I follow Brother Ben X. Shout out to Brother Ben X. I like him.
Yeah, they started here after farms where you can. Here in Dallas, there's like 100 acres of land that they bought, and they started growing food there.
I mean, but that's kind of been a mandate of the Nation of Islam since forever. They've had farms in Georgia, and I think they lost them at one time. But what Brother Ben X is doing, he's taking it even further. So yeah, I think that's dope. Yep.
Yeah, and everything.
Do for
'Cause
self.
the housing development they started here sold out by the time I was paying attention to it. But they have another one that's going on in Georgia. You get an acre or something, and you can do whatever is our spot. But I mean, I think he on point with what needs to happen to secure, a solid future for us. But we just have, like, people just have to get on board, and it's not even that expensive, because when I remember looking at the housing thing with him, I think it was a ridiculous price. I mean, like $50,000, something like that, for your lot. It was a, and when I say ridiculous price, I don't mean overpriced. I mean ridiculous, crazy, underpriced price that I was like, really? That's all that costs? Everybody should be able to do that. It's like, wait a minute, we should be able to get that done and be okay. But I am gonna once I get my phone situation together, because my phone crashed on me while I was in New York tomorrow, and I gotta send it back. Unfortunately,
That was the up north Yankee weather playing tricks on your phone.
Yeah, well, you know what
With
it
that
was.
Southern girl that came to visit us, we're gonna throw some loops our way.
I dropped it.
Oh,
see, I dropped it.
User error.
And they said that the dust got into it, and that's what's made it freeze up like that. Because I was like, my pictures and everything. But fortunately, I had sent pictures to Claudia. Yeah, Claudia was she was our virtual guide. And then I gotta try to get my photo from Amir, because Amir met us and hung out with us for a little while out in Brooklyn.
Okay.
I hope I can get that picture, because I wanted to post that picture.
You gotta get to iCloud.
Well, I
you
do.
Ain't got iCloud set up on your phone?
I do, but it didn't back up. It didn't back up. Like the day before, it got my first day there. But everything after that, because that's when the phone started acting crazy. It's not. That's the issue. But we're about to actually wrap, because we're going into 8:00. But listen, you guys, we got some big things coming Wednesday at 7:30. We have a major announcement. So make sure that you guys are tuned in for that. This is announcement that you do not want to miss by your mom, your daddy, your sister, your cousin, all of them, because this is something huge that's going to happen. You guys
huge.
And then make sure you check out actionsaidsride.com. We need your donations for Actions AIDS Ride coming up in June. We need your donations. If you want to come out and participate in the celebrity bowling tournament, do that as well. And then if you want to keep up with Kamari, you can have a good day too, Don. I got Kamari's information. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, you can just find me at the Finance Rebel on all platforms. I haven't been doing as much content, but I got some stuff coming up.
What you got coming up now? Don't you have a podcast you're working on?
Yeah, I got a podcast. I got the Finance Rebel show. That's a podcast and a YouTube show. And I also have the Daily Number podcast that I'm working on as well, where I cover financial news daily, and I break down the financial literacy lessons in it all.
Okay, when do those come on?
So everything's kind of been on delay right now because of tax season. So once I get through tax season, I'm starting back up, and I'm going fresh, probably in about the next week or so. But from there, I'll probably just do a little thing here, a little thing there, just to kind of stay in practice.
Okay. Well, everybody, we will be back tomorrow. There will be a show. You guys are gonna have to watch a best of. Now, what time we gonna get here? Between 6 and 6:30 each. We will be and we will be here. Jay Black will probably be with us tomorrow too. Sexy Mo might check in as well. So you guys just tune in tomorrow. And again, get ready for Wednesday, because we got a big big announcement to make that will keep everybody happy. We're gonna let Action get back to work over there at with
Ricky Smiley.
Well, with Ricky Smiley this morning. And if you're anywhere listening to DL Hughley, check him out this afternoon. Action will be there with DL Hughley to supporting his show. Producing his show. Shout out to you, DJ Super. Oh yeah, DJ Super was in the town. I am so sorry we did not link up. I didn't realize it was Mother's Day when you were here, but I'm pretty sure DJ Super had a good time because he had other things planned. How do I want to end the show? Love me for who I am, because that's the only person I can be. I can't remember Mike Sean's sign off, but y'all just have a good day, and we will see you guys back here tomorrow. It's Tommy Scott, Sexy Mo, Jay Black, Michael Sean, Amari Ellis, Action Jaxion, right here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Y'all have a good day.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop.